morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the Global Health Supply Chain Summit. I hope you had a great day yesterday. We had a fantastic session. Look forward to an excellent day 2 as well. Just want to again, thanks to our generous sponsors, Chemonics, University of Michigan, my own department, the William Davidson Institute, as well as the University of Southern California Marshall School of Business, Supply Chain Management Center. We'll take a moment now to just quickly recap day 1, and I would like my colleague Yehuda to join me on the screen to be able to do a recap. So, for those of you who were there, we had an excellent start with Dr. Songwei from the UNECA organization to really talk about how health and economic development are quite interlinked. You need economic development to get better health, but you also need better health to ensure economic development. And she walked us through what Africa's healthcare strategy would be, emphasizing the role of private sector. This is an opportunity, perhaps the crisis is an opportunity to actually get some of these initiatives going, which were already in place, in intracontinental trade, removing regulatory barriers, etc., getting more regional resiliency coming in. She talked a lot about the African Continental Free Trade Agreement and looking at the disruption also as an opportunity to build very collaborative arrangements within the continent to facilitate trade. She also talked about the need for building a digital infrastructure, human resources, etc. So overall, really emphasized the interconnection between health and economic development. So that was kind of a wonderful session. I hope you all enjoyed Dr. Songwei's session. Yoda, you want to say something about maybe a few other things that you...
No, it's okay. It's okay what you said.
Yeah, so, and then in the panel discussion with Lloyd Matowe, which was further emphasizing the notion of South-South collaborations, what are some of the issues that different countries are doing. So that was interesting to hear. In the parallel tracks, I don't know, Yoda, you want to say something, anything about the parallel tracks? No, you're okay. So track 1, for those of you attended, was price competitions. That is what we are hosting, 4 teams. In track 1, we had 2 excellent talks. One was on the COVID-19 Fund for Africa and how fairly straightforward financing initiatives can make huge impact. And we heard that presentation as the first prize presentation. The second one was technology initiatives to bring more visibility and streamlining the supply chains in Nigeria, the COMS2 initiative. So those were the 2 talks that we heard in track 1. And then track 2 was basically focused on how the crisis, what is happening in the crisis and how we can address the crisis better. We had speakers from USAID, K-Spire Solutions, etc. They also talked about the WHO forecasting model, how that is being used to quantify need for health commodities in COVID-19 kind of situation. And in track 3, again, there was a talk about application software for procurement of PPEs in Philippines. So we can see the global nature of how country experiences are being shared. It was also emphasized, for example, the need for better communication and not having right communication across multiple stakeholders, how it can hamper pandemic response. In track 4, we had Chemonics present about the Global Fund supported work in Malawi to help integrate the vaccine supply chain that has historically run parallel to the public sector system for health commodities. So there was significant emphasis made in the project on change management in order to increase internal ownership, accountability, and stakeholder trust. So it's not just about physical movement of goods, to be able to have smooth physical movement of goods, we need to have a lot of these change management initiatives in place, and those are harder to do, of course. Then we had PFSCM talk emphasize that you can't buy resilience. So one of the focus for this whole conference has been resiliency, and you can't buy resilience. You need to build it up, and you build it in and build it up, and it has to be done as part of a plan rather than just a response. So it is about readiness and agility. And it's also not always about technology, as the other talk also emphasized. It's about people, it's about change management, it's about communication. And then we had a JSI team present about the qualitative and quantitative evidence that can be used to provide motivation and rationale for supply chain transformation. So, which is usually a very hard barrier to overcome. So overall, a fantastic kind of session. If you have your own thoughts about what you took away from the event so far, please type that in the chat box so we can see that. And anything else, Anton, you may want to add something?
Not for me.
No, okay, wonderful. So let's continue then with that day one recap. I want to kind of, let's see, go to the next slide. So for today, as we, before we just kick off the keynote address, I just want to remind you that the plenary sessions are webinar style. Please type in your question answer in the Q&A box. And if it's okay if you're typing, if you're a French speaker and want to type in the question, please do type in French. We will address it. When we move into the contributed sessions, which are parallel tracks, there'll be meeting styles, as you have seen yesterday. What I do want to emphasize is that I want to take about 5 minutes to talk about networking between the sessions. This is on AirMeet platform. Many of you may be unfamiliar with this platform. So I just want to walk you through a little bit about what this platform is. Actually very good platform. We've tried it for the first time, and we had multiple small group sessions going on. So let me just walk you through a little bit about how to use that platform, just to make you a little bit familiar with what this looks like. So you might be able to, I'd love to see more of you people there during the break. So here is what you need to do. You need to sign up if you haven't done so on the AirMeet platform, and you can sign up with your email or some other social media, and you'll get a 6-digit code. In your email, you can create a password. But once you have done that, the AirMeet networking link, which should be on, you should have received a link. If you can't find your email, please go to the website, and on the attendee portal, you will find the link to Air Networking Meet. Once you log in through that network, what you will see here is you will see something like this, these tables coming in. You will see a list of attendees here. You can click on attendees. You can see who's available, who's here on this room. And then you basically go, you can see here, take a seat. You move yourself and just click on the seat. As long as there is more than one person there, you will be able to do a private, small group breakout. Just like in Zoom, there is a breakout session. This opens up a breakout. The advantage of the breakout will be looking like this, like, 2 people. Right now I'm showing a sample of 2, but it could be more people. Sorry about that. So you create a login and you click on the AirMeet link that is provided to you. If you can't find it, please go to the website, and there will be a link to the AirMeet networking. Here is what I was showing you earlier. Once you log in, you can see the attendee list here, all the people who are joined the networking session. Tables are set up like this. You just have to go click whichever table you want to join, say take a seat and click, and you will join that table, and it will look something like this. When there are more people, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, you can have a small group chat. And the interesting part of this feature is trying to mimic what might look like in a live networking session when we are in person. You can leave a table and join another table. So this way you have small group. You can be at this table once. After 5-10 minutes, you can jump to the next table, join different groups. and you meet different people and have chat. So I would highly encourage you to come join us during the networking session using this AirMeet platform. More people, so this is one way we get to see each other and try to, as best as possible, recreate our experience to being in person. So you can click on a particular attendee and send them a private chat message saying, hello, I'm at table 2 or table 3. Please come join me there. So you could do that as well. So I hope more of you will try this feature out, and we can meet you there. Okay. So the day 2 program for us right now is the structure. We'll start in a couple of minutes with our second keynote speaker, Dr. Muhammad Ali Fateh. I'll introduce him briefly. The moderator was supposed to be Dr. Prashant Yadav, who many of you are familiar with. Unfortunately, due to a family emergency, he has to be in India and he is unable to join us. So I will moderate this session. Following Dr. Fateh's talk, we will do a brief transition, and then we will have a panel on COVID-19 vaccines for low and middle income countries. And following that panel in the plenary session, we will take the half-an-hour break. This is where I'm asking you to come join us at the AirMeet session. And then after the break, we will do our parallel tracks. Please feel free to join whichever track interests you most. And then post-conference, we'll also be available for a networking session. So hopefully you can join us there. Right? So that's the plan. And just looking ahead, tomorrow, we reverse the sequence. Just a reminder, we don't start in this plenary session. We will start in the parallel tracks tomorrow morning, and then transition into the plenary session with a panel, our impact of COVID-19 on regular health supply chain, and then a closing keynote by Mr. Amir Dawoodi of the World Food Program. Following which, we will have the prize announcement. Please remember that we had 4 teams competing, and we will announce the prizes and close the conference. So that's the plan for today, and tomorrow, hopefully, you will be able to join us there as well.